I stole this $1 million mind control marketing framework from Martin Luther King, and implementing this strategy, you can have the same meteoric rise as figures such as Andrew Tate. So when it comes to building a cult-like following and blowing up your personal brand, forget about virality, forget about width. What you really are after is depth of connection with your audience. And this is what figures like Andrew Tate, Martin Luther King, or even somebody like Conor McGregor has managed to create. And as a result, these people, these figures, they polarize the audience, but they galvanize incredible support. When we think about somebody like Andrew Tate, when we think about somebody like Wes Watson, or even Donald Trump, these people, they have a vision for the future, right? Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream." That is a vision for the future. He had a unique mechanism or a vehicle to achieve this, to get there. It was civil rights reform. But further, and most importantly, he himself was a charismatic leader. And this is what all of those figures, all of these people that you follow online, they have this vision for the future. They're great orators, great speakers, maybe they're great marketers, maybe they're geniuses, or maybe they're not. But what they are, what they do have in spades, is what the kids call Riz, right? Charisma. That's what they have, right? They are the charismatic leader. They are the epitome of the charismatic leader. But what so many people get wrong in the online space is they try to portray this persona that their shit doesn't stink. When we think about a figure like Martin Luther King, he was not this perfect guy. He himself, right, had been through the same trials and tribulations that his audience had went through. He was sent to prison, right? He was on the front lines. He did have the dog set on him. When we think about somebody like Andrew Tate, yes, they are the authority, right? They have the lifestyle achievements, the yachts and the hoes, right? But there was the broke days. And when we think about any story, any movie, any novel that you really resonate with, it's always this same format of the hero's journey. Our hero didn't start out as the Golden Gloves boxer, right? He starts out in that down, in that sunken place, but he figured out how to make it out. When we think about a figure like Conor McGregor, who people loved in his prime, he started out as that plumber, right? He started out as a young kid that was getting bullied, a kid with a dream, right? And who doesn't resonate with that? So this is what seductive marketing is all about, right? We want to get these attraction elements right here really, really dialed in. We want social proof. We want to position you as an authority. But next up, and almost more important, is creating that deep connection with your audience by leveraging the hero's journey. So we have that relatability, right? And this is something Andrew Tate, right? He often says that he's God's favorite, right? He says this kind of shit. Why would you follow somebody's advice if they're fundamentally different than you? You would follow the person that has been in the same shit situation but made their way out. So when it comes to your messaging and your marketing online, don't try to portray yourself as this perfect figure. Talk about your flaws, right? Talk about the challenging moments that you've went through. Talk about your hero's journey. Talk about those difficult moments and how they've propelled you to your highest highs. And in doing this, you'll create that deeper connection with your audience, just like these other figures have. So this is mind control marketing. Understand, we must have a vision for the future that your audience can get behind. Okay, we need to have a mechanism or a vehicle that they can apply themselves to. Right? So Andrew Tate, it's have yachts and have nots, right? The matrix is closing in, right? The vehicle is his solutions, right? The war room, right? Hustlers University, etc. And then the charismatic leader, most importantly, is the man himself. The takeaway here is twofold. Continuous, if you're watching this video, you're probably an online coach, you're probably massively into personal development. Never let that go. Always be developing yourself, always be growing, always be learning, always be advancing. But ensure that you share your hero's journey. Tell your prospects. If you're a mindset coach, if you're a dating coach, if you're a relationship coach, if you help guys overcome porn addiction, share your own struggles. Tell them how you once were in the exact same place and watch how they follow you to the tip of the mountain.